Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Welcome back to Forza Horizon 4. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're well. Series 34 has officially arrived in Horizon 4, which means a brand new festival playlist and the summer season. Just double check your game is updated before you go any further. You don't want that backup playlist. But today we are completing this week's FORZA challenges over the road. That's all important 200 FORZA points and the much needed percentage towards the festival playlist. So if you aren't around here, definitely consider subscribing. We are very close to 15,000 subscribers. Let's go complete this week's FORZA challenges. Now this wouldn't be a Skippy weekly FORZA video if I didn't mention Lake Lodge. It will double all of FORZA points for all of FORZA activities. Daily FORZA challenges, weekly FORZA challenges like the ones we're about to complete, and FORZA lives every hour on the hour. Now this house can be quite expensive at 5 mini credits, or it's free with the VIP pass. Please do bear in mind there is no furniture included in the sale of this house. Now, for this week's FORZA challenges over the road, we are only going to have to use the one vehicle. Unfortunately, that is the 2015 Mercedes number 24 Tankpoo24 racing truck. Now, for the Mercedes, for this week's FORZA challenges, I'll be using two different tunes. A B-Class 700 at 1,121 horsepower and 4-wheel drive, and an A-Class tune at 1,609 horsepower, again 4-wheel drive. Now the A-Class tune is specifically for Chapter 3. The share code is on screen now, 156457329. And the B-Class tune I'll be using for Chapters 1, 2 and 4. Again, share code on screen, 116478715. All share codes are in description, or just search my gamer tag Skippy4631, and the file names for all my tunes is Skippy YouTube. Now with this brand new summer season and series 34, we do have a brand new car to Forza Horizon 4. For 50% completion, it's the Porsche 356 RSR Astmoor. I can't wait to be checking that car out here on the channel in the next couple of days. We will also be checking out the FORZAthon shop, the Horizon Backstage vote and the Super 7 reward at the end of today's video. But first, let's get this week's FORZAthon challenges over the road completed. Chapter 1, Heavy Duty. Own and drive a race-tuned heavyweight tractor unit, the 2015 Mercedes-benz number 24 Tankpoo24 racing truck. Own and drive, then hop outside of your festival house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road. That's heavy duty completed with no notification for me. Now chapter 1 is definitely complete, I just didn't get a notification, but with heavy duty completed, owning and driving the number 24 Tankpoo24 racing truck, it's on to chapter 2, pulling power. Use the 1,000 brake horsepower under your right foot to win 3 street racing events with the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Now for this chapter, head on into your map and then filter by the street scene series, making them a little bit easier to see and find. Now you can use any street scene series on the map. You can use a combination of 3 different races. But for me, I'm going to be using Monument Wynds. At just 3.3 miles in length, it's one of the shortest street scene races on the map. Now, unfortunately, because we're in the street scene series, I can't make a quick and easy blueprint. But to make things a little bit easier, because we do need to win all 3 races, the races for the weekly FORZA challenges, driver difficulty does not affect them. So there's no reason to make it any harder than it needs to be. I'm going new racer. Here we go, race number 1. Let's get at it. Let's get a win. Now, I'm in my B-Class tune. The share code will be on the bottom of the screen now. And we're not up against just trucks. You'll notice there's cars in this race as well, which makes it a little bit more difficult. That's why we've got it in new racer. We're starting in 3rd. We just need to get in front and get that win. Coming up to the end of race number 1. That is across the line, 1st place. Race 1 completed. As we head into race 2 for this chapter, I want to give a shout out to all the channel members. Pearl Jam, Assumed, Justin, Peter, Dragon, Terry, Trevdog, Sebastian, Stephen, Strife, Kevin, Zeta, David, Carlton, Easy, Owen and James. Thank you all so much for going that extra mile to support the channel. Coming up to the end of race 2, that's across the line, 1st place. 3rd and final race, and across the line, 1st place. Through Chapter 2, Pulling Power completed, winning 3 street scene races. It's on to Chapter 3, Engineered to Move. Beg a belief by achieving 3 stars at any speed trap with the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Head on into your map, but this time filter by speed traps, making it a little bit easier to see and find. Now you can use any speed trap that takes your fancy, but I'm going to be using the Astmoor speed trap with just a 140 mile an hour 3-star target. Here we go then in the number 24 tank pull truck, 140 miles an hour through this speed trap. Now I'm in my A-class tune, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, and I've kept costs down by keeping that stock engine. Now I'm taking quite a big run up to make sure we get the required speed. We've just got to let the tank pull do the work, get through the gears as best as possible. Now we've got a fairly long straight before we get to the camera, but we're already at 125 miles an hour. Throw it into 5th, somebody else trying to do the speed trap, heading right for the camera. 142.59, 3 stars. Engineered to move completed. So chapter 3, engineered to move completed, achieving 3 stars at any speed trap. It's on to chapter 4, snowman. Throw your weight around and escape justice by earning 10 trading paint skills in the number 24 Mercedes-Benz truck. Now this chapter can be completed anywhere on the freeway map as long as you have traffic. Best place to get this done though is the motorway. And to earn trading paint skills, you're going to need some traffic. So hop into your pause menu, slide on over to the Horizon Live tab and enter Horizon Solo. This will generate a lot more traffic. Once you're on the motorway and you find some traffic, quite happily just brush up against them and you will earn a trading paint skill. Get 10 of these and that's chapter complete. That's 2. Let's go for number 3 on this Volkswagen. As you can see, by being in Horizon Solo, we've generated a lot more traffic, and in no time at all, we are going to grab all 10 trading paint skills. There's our 10th one, over the road, completed. So after earning 10 trading paint skills and completing chapter 4 snowman, that's this week's FORZA challenges over the road completed. Let's head on over and take a look at this week's FORZA shop. I would say that's another pretty good FORZA shop. The first card for grabs, 2018 Apollo IE, 600 FORZA points. Second card for grabs, and a personal favourite, the 2010 BMW M3 GTS, 350 FORZA points. No clothing up for grabs this week, but we do have an emote called The Dab, and we do have a car horn called Ode to Joy, which sounds a little bit like this. $75 FORZA points for each of those. And as always, if you've got any spare FORZA points knocking around, grab yourselves a normal wheel spin for 40 FORZA points. Or you can grab yourself a super duper wheel spin for 150 FORZA points. Now, the BMW M3 GTS is Festival Players exclusive. It can't be had at the auto show. 350 FORZA points is an absolute bargain for this car, but this car is currently in the auction house for less than 300,000 credits. Now the Apollo IE, again, is a similar story. Can't be had in the auto showroom, is Festival Playlist exclusive. 600 FORZA points is a pretty good deal for this car, as they are currently going for around 6.5 million at the auction house. I would say both cars are worth the FORZA points this week. It just depends whether you want to spend FORZA points or you want to go ahead and spend credits at the auction house. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at this week's Horizon Backstage vote. That's right, we're going to Horizon Backstage in the number 24 tank pull. Now Horizon Backstage is a short drive from the festival site. There'll be access from free roam, or you can head into your pause menu, slide on over to the cars tab and enter Backstage from there. Last week's Horizon Backstage vote saw the Quartz Regalia go up against the Corsa VXR 2009, with the Quartz Regalia winning that vote and is now available for purchase in Horizon Backstage. Now this week's Horizon Backstage vote has 2 very cool cars going head to head. The Aston Martin DBS Superleggera 2019 up against the Ferrari 488 Pista, again 2019. Out of these 2 cars, I would say they're about as rare as each other. We haven't seen the Pista for a little while, but we've also not seen the Superleggera for a little while either. I think we've had the Pista as a reward more, but for me, I'm absolutely stuck which one to vote for. Let me know in the comments which one you're going for. But let's go ahead, take a look at this week's Super 7 reward. This week's Super 7 reward is a good one. It's the Shelby 1000, added in very recently to Horizon 4. If you want to add this to your garage, if you missed it the first time round, just complete all 7 challenge cards in Super 7. There we go, that's this week's FORZA challenges over the road completed. 200 FORZA points in the bank to go and spend at the FORZAthon shop, and 15% collected towards the summer season and unlocking the Porsche 356 RSR. If you have any questions about this week's FORZA challenges, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new around here, definitely consider subscribing. We will be completing the rest of the festival players live here on the channel in the next couple of days. But as always, stay safe and have an awesome day.